today. From M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Tennessee Titans and the Baltimore Ravens. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. They will be led out by their dual-threat quarterback, the veteran from Clemson. It's Deshaun Watson.
Tremendous overall athlete, does everything that you're looking for. Big time in the quarterback run game against their better opponents, but can also operate skillfully from the pocket and can beat you with his mind as well.
An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing again is Watson. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. These two teams, of course, the Titans and Ravens, met in the postseason a year ago. And really, along with the Titans win the previous week in Foxborough, it was one of the shockers of the postseason. The Titans a 6th seed on the road. The Ravens, they were the top seed, riding a 12-game win streak and coming off the first-round bye. But that game was all Tennessee. They led 28-6 at one point, ultimately winning 28-12 and sending them on to the AFC title game in Kansas City.
15. First down, Tennessee.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. He can really smell 800 catches right now because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
Watson's pass.
We get a look at what Ertz did receiving-wise last week. 7 catches, 55 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 20-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. From the red zone now, Watson caught by the tight end Ertz. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Brings up
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Alexander Madison hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 63 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now. Number 3 in the league in rushing within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too.
36-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Michael credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
The 13-yard line.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, his 4th touchdown on the year. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 19th touchdown now of the season. And the Ravens can take the lead now if they hit the extra point. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Watson on 1st down. Campbell making the catch. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Looking downfield for Jones. He's got a man, complete. A big pickup of 38.
To Julio Jones.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
From the gun, here's Watson. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. And that catch, he just hit number 800 in his NFL career.
And just think, that puts you in top 35 range all time in the NFL in terms of number of catches. One significant guy in that number, Shannon Sharp, who was a tight end. That's big-time play right there.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson, throw left side, complete. It's Boyd. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Watson looks to throw again. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Julio Jones. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a Tennessee score. On the return, Deontay Harris. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
The football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
This is taken at about the 14. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And it'll be Titan football. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into a huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. They'll try to draw here with Dobbins. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
No gain on the play.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Burrow. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. On first down, Dobbins. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Brings up second.
Burrow will throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Buda Baker with a pick. It's a foot race. He's at the 30, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Tennessee.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
Here's Harris to return it. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
On the return, the Ravens take over first and 10. At their own.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense. But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from the brink of possibly being knocked out of this game.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6.
Ravens 14.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own.
Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now, he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
31-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up second.
Out of the gun, Watson. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. To throw is Watson. Goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Dalvin Tomlinson. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Now on 2nd and 13. Watson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. William Jackson with a pick.
Oh, man, partner, this is something cornerbacks love to do, and that's outthink a quarterback. If you get a sense that they're going to throw a quick out route or a quick hitch, you can just lay back an extra yard or two, but then really put your foot in the turf and drive on the football. And here I think he baited the quarterback into the throw and made it pay off.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Ravens can take the lead now if they hit the extra point.
That could be an important swing right there. Touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first two quarters.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Dalvin Tomlinson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
Deontay Harris on the return.
Second half starts with a run by Dobbins.
And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Burrow looking to pass. Over the middle, complete. It's Andrews.
Burrow's pass.
They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
And brings up second down at the 36-yard line.
On second down, Dobbins. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
At the 49-yard line.
And they'll begin by running the option.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Complete to Tyler Boyd.
Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. Dancing to his left. He'll run it. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
At the 10-yard line.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. To throw again, Watson, and he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Julio Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Titans have once again taken the lead. Here's Watson.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead. And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
3rd and 1.
Another run here with Dobbins. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On first down, Dobbins, and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 43.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Titans' 35-yard line.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Burrow on 3rd down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Now Dobbins. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and this long drive is going to continue as they move the chains again.
At the 19-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Baltimore. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
At the 3-yard line.
Here's Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On second down now, Dobbins, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 21st touchdown of the season, and the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. So he's in for his third score of the game, and the defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. They'll start on the ground with Madison. Space to maneuver at the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. Good sizable run there by Deshaun Watson on the RPO.
That's in his DNA as a quarterback. He's been doing that since high school. He understands the RPO game as well as any quarterback in the league, and he makes excellent decisions. And when he takes...
And this is going to be intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Their own 2-yard line.
The give to the fullback on the dive. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
On second down, Dobbins, and he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Able to find Harris complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. They'll run here with Dobbins. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Andrews. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 43. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first.
At the 43-yard line.
On first down, Dobbins. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's taken in by Duvernay. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And they're looking at fourth down now in this tie ball game. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
So Deshaun Watson in the offense. Down by a field goal. A minute 56 to go. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Watson. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
And that's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Got an open man. That's Campbell. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. To the air yet again. Watson. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Watson now to throw. The left side completion to Jones. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
First down.
Now it's Watson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Back to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And
and Gold is able to put it through. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans.
By the kicking team.
So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look.
Partner, they're less than 2 minutes ago in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here we go with Burrow. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
3rd down and
an incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. On the counter now is Dobbins. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This will make it into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Harrell's on the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5.
First throw in overtime now for Burrow. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. I know there may be temptation to go for it here in overtime, but you have to punt the football.
I like how emphatic you are about it, because I know the tendency is, as a player, let's go get this thing. You're actually telling your coach, come on, coach, we can get it. We have that play call. And the head coach has to remember, that play call likely isn't there. Punt the ball away. Punt it away. Be smart.
Trust your defense.
Trust them.
The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. Excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down, this is Madison. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
At the 33-yard line. A 4-yard pickup on the play. 1st down.
Going on the ground with Madison. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And he goes out right around the 39. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
3rd down.
From the gun, here's Watson. And he connects with Ertz. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Watson. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Watson. Looking end zone for Jones. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column.
Touchdown, Tennessee.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole